guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you have all had a wonderful day. Today's video is my no buy / low buy for 2022. So I'm not really sure which category it falls into, whether it's a no buy or it's a low buy. So we're going to call it a no buy low buy and see kind of how we get on. So I tried to do a no buy last year and I did really well for a few months, then I flopped, then I did really well again, and then I flopped and continued to flop until the end of the year. But I've recently done my beauty inventory, and obviously Christmas has just been, and I've been looking at the amount of stuff I have, and it's a lot. So I really want to try and cut that down again and see if we can do better this year. So last year I tried to save a specific amount, and that kind of went to plan until things went wrong with my car, and then it didn't go to plan. But I'm glad I had the money sat there so that I could fix my car. But yeah, I didn't really buy much makeup last year. I did buy a lot of like Smelly's hair care, that kind of stuff. But in terms of makeup, I didn't buy very much until sort of towards the end of the year, when I kind of bought some bits in preparation for starting my no buy low buy this year. But I've got my notepad, I've rewritten my rules. So my reasons for doing it is to save money. I want to be more mindful of my shopping and my spending, to kind of curb my impulsive purchasing. Again, I tried that last year, and I'm still an impulsive purchaser. I am terrible. I'm fully aware of it. To use up things that I already have, which I've already obviously mentioned, there's just a lot of stuff. And then finally, to reduce the number of items I own and reduce stress and mind clutter. So I did the 2021 Item Declutter last year, and I really enjoyed doing it. And I can't believe I had like over 2,000 items in my house that I could just easily get rid of and be sat here now not missing any of them. So that's pretty mad. So yeah, if I can kind of use things up this year and get them out, that would make me feel really good. So my rules, here we go. So clothing, I am going on a complete no buy for clothing. So I have tons of clothes, like a ridiculous amount of clothes. And I bought more before Christmas, and I got some for Christmas. So I really don't need any there. I can't imagine a situation where I don't have something to wear. So fingers crossed, there shouldn't be any reason at all to need to buy clothes. I have put down here that unless I can't repair something, then I can repurchase it. But again, I can't imagine a situation in which I won't have something similar to wear. Like leggings, I've got like 3 pairs. Jeans, I've got tons. Like tracky bottoms, I've got loads. So there really shouldn't be a situation where it's gonna break and I can't repair it that I don't have something similar. So yeah, clothing is a complete no buy. I don't want to break that at all. Shoes is the same as clothes. I don't want to buy any shoes. There is no reason I will need to purchase shoes. I got some new ones for Christmas. I also bought some new ones for work and decluttered an old pair. So again, there should be no reason I need to buy shoes this year. Right, toiletries. So toiletries, I wanted to use up specific items and objects before repurchasing. Now, I am filming this on the 8th of January. So we are 8 days into the new year, and I am going to tell you now so that I can have my conscience clear. I have already purchased some toiletries. Now, hear me out. So for Christmas, I got the number 7 advent calendar. My dad bought it for me this year, and he bought it for me last year, and I absolutely love the products in it. And I'm getting to the point now where if I like a product, I want to continue using it. I don't want to keep experimenting with loads of different ones. I found one I like. So in the advent calendar, you get a mini day and night cream, and I really like them. I think they're a great product. But when I've looked them up online to buy the full size, they're like £28 each. And that for a face cream for me is just way out of my kind of budget comfort zone thing. So yesterday I did get an email from Boots to say that they had 3 for 2 on all their number 7 items. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to have a quick look. Mistake. And I had a look and I thought, well, it's still 3 for 2, but I'm still going to be paying £60, whatever it is the other item I choose. And I only really wanted the day and night cream. So then, as I was about to scroll off the page and leave, I saw a gift set for £40, and in it you get the day cream, the night cream, a retinol, an eye cream, a mascara, a mask, a micellar water, and some face wipes, and I think there might be something else. So it should have been 80, possibly even more than that, I think, and it was down to £40. So I did purchase it. But my reasonings for doing that is my minis are going to run out in February, and then I would have needed to repurchase more. So I bought them now when they're on offer, and I've saved myself £20 plus got loads of extra stuff that I can use in order to save myself £20 further down the line. So I'm not counting it as a rule break, purely because, as I said, those items are going to be finished, and I would rather purchase them now when they're cheaper than wait until they've run out completely and they're £20 more. And I also did it through PayPal on a 3 monthly pay thing. So I'm paying like £13 a month for the next 3 months, and I can justify that to myself, and I feel that's okay. So I'm not counting that as a rule break, because it is products that I can use and I will use. So although I only wanted the 2 creams and I've got all these extra products, I've got all these extra products and saved myself £20. So yeah, I'm counting that as fine, and I'm not counting it as a rule break, but that is kind of it. So I don't need anything else for quite a considerable amount of time. I mean, as I said, I didn't need the creams because these ones haven't run out completely yet, but I didn't want them to run out completely and then I've got nothing to use. And as I said, I've got to pay more to have them. But I do have a lot of minis this year that I bought from Feel Unique's Pick and Mix that I planned on making my own advent calendar with and then never got round to. So I do have a lot of minis to kind of use up. So my plan is to use those up whilst also using my number 7 stuff as well, if that makes sense. But yeah, so the idea with Toiletries is to use everything up before repurchasing. But I am going to allow myself to purchase something before it runs out if I love it. So as I said, with the number 7 creams, I would like to have them before they completely run out, so I know that they're available to me. But in terms of hair care, body care, skincare, I don't need anything. I haven't actually totaled up the amount of shower gels that I got for Christmas. But let's put it this way, if I need to buy shower gel before the end of the year, I'm going to be surprised because there is so much. The same with hair care. I always seem to get bought a shampoo and conditioner for Christmas, and I have so many in like storage that I really don't think I'm going to need any for the whole year. I'll be surprised. I think the other thing is as well, I don't wash my hair that often. I wash it once a week. And you're probably thinking, oh, that's really, how do you only wash it once a week and it's not gross? I think I've just trained my hair to accept it's not going to get washed that often. So by the 4th or 5th day, that's when it starts to get a bit greasy. And then I will shove it up in a bun on the top of my head and leave it for another day before I wash it. So yeah, I really don't use hair products all that often. So makeup, I have put down only essentials if finished. Again, I can't imagine I'm going to run out of most makeup. I've got enough eyeshadow palettes to last me forever. Bronzer, mascara, eyeliner. I feel like all of those will probably last me the whole year because I've got enough of them. The only things I might run out of are concealer and my tinted moisturiser that I use. I did get a new tinted moisturiser for Christmas, so I anticipate that will last me quite a considerable time because I've still got quite a decent amount of the one I'm currently using left. And the only other one is concealer. But in my number 7 advent calendar, I did get a pick your own concealer card in that for free. So the next time I go into Boots, I will pick up a concealer. But as I'm not paying for it, I'm not counting it again as a rule break. But yeah, so makeup is only essentials if finished. And as I said with the number 7 creams, I will purchase them if I am down to like the dregs. So I know that when it's completely finished, I've got my backup one there. But I'm not going to purchase before that point. So there's that. Books, I have a point system that I'm planning on using. I did sort of try and use it last year, but it didn't quite go to plan, and then I broke it anyway. So the lovely Karen from Teacher Incognito, I believe, she's on Instagram. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady, and she created a book point system in which, based on the books and the genres you read, it gives you a certain amount of points. And then you can put that towards purchasing books. The lovely Nikki did a video on this, and I have some notes in my pad here that tell me what I'm doing in terms of purchasing books. So if I get 200 points, I can purchase a new book. But things like page count will give me points. Reading books in a current series will give me points, and points for genre, but it's not tons of points. So for example, like a thriller will only give me 15 points, but if it's over 400 pages, I get another 10 points. And then if it's a book in a series, I get 25 points, or 50 if it's the last book, that kind of thing. So it's not as easy to just purchase a book. I have put it 200 because I've read 3 books so far this year and I've only got 60 points. So I don't know if I'm going to reach that 200 in a month. It all depends on the books I read and how many points they get me. So I might have a month where I've read loads, but they just haven't given me enough to reach that 200 point goal. But the way I'm working it is that I can carry across my points because I've earned them, so I'm going to carry them across. But I really do want to kind of cut that down and read the books I have on my shelves because there are tons of them. So even if I have that number of points, I might not necessarily purchase a book straight away. I might hang on to it, and then when I go out, I can buy 2 or 3 at once if I've got enough points and do it that way. So it's not necessarily going to be I've got 200 points, I'm going to buy a book straight away, because I have so many that I want to read. But yeah, so books is point system only. I feel like I need to have a little outlet there that I can spend some of my money on, because if I go a complete no-buy on everything, I don't think I'm going to achieve it. And I think that was my problem last year. Subscriptions, I am not going to allow myself anything new to sign up to. At the moment, I have Scribd, which is a book or online audio book, ebook app in which you can download and listen to books, or you can read them online. And that's £10 a month, and I love it, and I use it all the time. Sometimes I even use it to consume the books that I have on my shelves. But if I'm busy or I'm doing something, it helps me to listen to them via audiobook, because then I know I'm still reading even though I'm busy. So I like that. I also downloaded Spotify last year, and I was quite happy to have it as not paying for it. And then the advert started to really grate on me, and I decided that I was just going to bite the bullet and pay for it. So that, again, that's £10 a month. And then the last one is Netflix. That does come out of our joint account though, so we pay for that together, and I think that's £8 a month. So yeah, I'm not going to allow myself any new subscriptions. They are the 3 that I have, and I'm quite happy with those. And yeah, that's fine. Then the next thing is unnecessary food. So last year, I know for a fact, just from memory, that I bought a lot of food and then a lot of it went to waste. And that makes me feel really sad and annoyed at myself that I didn't use things up, or I let them go bad and then couldn't use them. So my goal this year is to intentionally buy food and make sure I'm using it and using it within the time frame that I have, and to also buy less snacks. So I love a snack. Crisps and sweets are just delightful. And I know that I'm terrible at it and I buy them all the time. So my goal for this year is to have proper meals and to snack less. Not because I'm trying to lose weight or anything like that. I just want to be better eating wise and health wise. Christmas didn't help with that because people bought us tons of chocolate and sweets that I really don't feel like we're going to need to buy anything for a considerable amount of time. But yeah, so they're kind of my main rules. So clothing and shoes are a complete no-buy. Subscriptions is a no-buy as well, technically. Toiletries and makeup, only if the item is something that I absolutely love and it has run out, or it's like a replace only kind of thing. So I'm not buying anything new. I'm not experimenting with anything new. It is purely a replace only part of this. So I'm still counting it as a no buy section because I'm not buying anything I don't need, if that makes sense. And then books, again, there's a point system. So I suppose books is a low buy, and I'm okay with that. As I said, I feel like I need to have some kind of outlet, because if I just cut off all spending, I'm going to fail epically. Yeah, subscriptions is a no buy, and then unnecessary food is something I really need to kind of cut myself down with. I am giving myself an allowance of such on my weekly lunches and food, so that I know that I can keep to a price amount which will help me save, and to also not spend unnecessarily. So I also have, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very well, because, oh no, you can, there you go. So I have these colour coordinated days again. So the coloured in ones are the days I have spent no money. I did really well. I got up until the 7th, which was yesterday, when I bought a takeaway and I spent the money at Boots. I also went to the hairdressers today. I am going to allow myself trips to the hairdressers. I don't think that's something that I'm going to cut off. But yeah, so I went to the hairdressers today. So I suppose that counts as spending money. But I do want to record when I'm spending money and what it's spent on. So I don't know if you can see. But here I've got like £14 takeaway and then £13 at Boots. So yeah, that is kind of my plan for there. And then in general, it's just to be kind of more intentional with my life. I've been watching so many decluttering and minimalism, eco-friendly kind of videos that I really want to try harder this year to do my bit. I know it sounds really silly, and I watched the lovely Mercedes Wilson, and she mentioned it, and now I don't feel so silly. And that's to kind of not purchase any carrier bags. We have tons of carrier bags. So this year, I really don't want to purchase any. I have purchased one, but it was a paper bag. And I now keep that in my handbag so that when I go shopping, I know I have a bag with me. We have tons of plastic ones, so I didn't want to add any more to that. So that's why I purchased the paper one, and then it can just be easily recycled. But yeah, my plan this year is to not buy any carrier bags. I also kind of want to walk more where I can. My job is a little bit further away, so I have to drive to it. But where I can, I want to be able to walk to the supermarket and do different bits and bobs like that. I can walk to my supermarket from here. It's not that far, but obviously it then depends on how many things you buy as to what you can physically carry home. So that's why I'm kind of trying to purchase food weekly now rather than monthly, because then I've only got a small amount to kind of work with and make sure I'm being intentional with. I do plan on doing some more decluttering throughout 2022. I'm not going to start yet because I've only just finished the other one and I think that will stress me out. But yeah, I really want to be more intentional this year, which is why I don't want to kind of buy that many things. It's also to kind of help me save money, but it's also to kind of not be taking too much away. I want to be conscientiously consuming rather than just buying everything. I hope that makes sense. In terms of savings, I don't particularly have a savings goal. As I said in my Where Have I Been video, me and Dre got engaged in October. We are planning and saving up for a wedding in 2023. So we have joint money that is going into a weddings savings account. And then I also want to try and put away a small amount of savings for myself for things like a car, or if we want to go on holiday, or just that emergency kind of fund of savings. So I have broken down my earnings, what my bills take away, and what I'm left with at the end. And from that, what I think I can save. But yeah, we're just going to keep our fingers crossed that this year is a good savings year. I also have a savings tracker that I drew out. It does match last year's savings tracker. So if any of you can remember that far back, you might remember it. If I can find it. Where is it? Here we are. So yeah, this is my savings tracker. And then for every £100 I save, I'm going to colour in a petal and put in like what month I managed to save that money in. I do have a direct debit come out into a savings account, and that's just £50. So at least I know that if I couldn't save anything else, I've managed to save 50. And that will make me feel good about stuff, but I really want to make sure that I'm saving more than that. So even though that direct debit is coming out, I want to be able to double that, possibly even triple it if I can. And that is through being more conscious of where my money is going. The other thing I wanted to point out that I didn't put down, and I really should have done, is plants. There are so many plants in my house now, it's gone mad. It's actually getting to the point where I'm struggling to care for them all effectively because I have so many. So I don't want to buy any more plants this year. I'm hoping to stick to that as much as possible, but I did ask for some garden vouchers for Christmas, and I am also planning on asking for some garden vouchers for my birthday, but I'm going to make sure that I am really looking into, like, if I spend those vouchers on a plant, I'm going to really look into the plant's care and its needs and its requirements and make sure that I can fulfill that before I bring it into my home. But yes, there are a lot of plants in my house. But my goal is to kind of not really purchase any more. There are a couple that I have my eye on that I saw in a garden centre recently that are really, really beautiful. But if I can not purchase them, I would feel happier. But I do love a plant. So plants might be a low buy option again. As I said, if I've got a garden voucher, I might then purchase it, but I won't be purchasing it with my own money. That makes me feel better. But yes, I really hope this kind of makes sense and you guys understand everything I've kind of thrown at you. This has been a long video. I hope you guys had a cup of tea and some snacks. But yeah, if you've got any questions or you've got any advice or just anything at all, pop it in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, that's everything for me. So I hope it makes sense. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's everything for me. I hope you guys have a lovely day, week, evening, whatever it is you're up to. I hope you have a wonderful time. Take care, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.